Officiating our ceremony is Dr. Kenneth Veit, Provost and Senior Vice President of Academic Affairs for the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine.
Good morning. Please take a moment for reflection. Let us reflect upon the PCOM members, the family and friends who have helped bring the graduates to this day, as well as the members of our immediate and extended family that have since departed and have not here to witness the accomplishments of these students. We are thankful for the Board of Trustees, our faculty and our administration. We appreciate their leadership, wisdom, and patience, and may they continue to share their knowledge and talents with our future pharmacists, physician assistants, and biomedical scientists. We are thankful to our alumni, whose loyalty and generous support are vital to the success of our institution, and most of all, our graduates, who are the reason we are here today. Please take a moment of silence and consider those we each hold dear and help to also make this day so special. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the joint commencement ceremony for PCOM, Georgia, Doctor of Pharmacy, Master of Science in Biomedical Science programs, and Master of Science in Health Sciences Physician Assistant Studies. We meet here today within a modern online platform to participate in an age-old tradition. I hereby summon the class of 2020 to service for the common good. Your service will be to lead in an uncertain environment, to further biomedical research, prevent disease, to cure when possible, and most of all, to comfort those who are ill and infirmed. You are well prepared and ready for the next step in your lifelong journey. There will be challenges in the industry and government, revolutionary science and technology, new healthcare management systems, and the need to provide care to all segments of our complex society. This is a journey into a world that is unpredictable, one in which you must conduct yourself with professionalism, enthusiasm, and a continued passion, as those before you have done. Now is a particularly difficult time in healthcare and in the world. It is only appropriate to acknowledge the gravity of COVID-19 pandemic, the disparities in healthcare, and the front lines that many of you will be joining. We at the college are confident that you will be able to meet and overcome these challenges. Our best wishes and prayers go with you always. And finally, to the members of the class of 2020, we ask you that you continue to seek knowledge, counsel, and guidance as you assume responsibilities for the well-being of your communities and patients. Thank you. Next, Taylor Bailey, a graduating student in our School of Pharmacy, will sing the national anthem, followed by words to the class of 2020 by the president of Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, Dr. J. Felstein.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave
Good morning and welcome. I am Dr. Jay Feldstein, President of Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine and Chief Executive Officer. Class of 2020. No matter your academic proficiency as a pharmacist, as a researcher, biomedical scientist, or toxicologist, as a physician assistant, you began your studies at PCOM, Georgia with a desire to serve others, to make a difference throughout your coursework. Your conscious choice ignited in you an aspiration to lead. It energized you and filled you with joy. Your dream fueled you, and now, as you graduate, it follows you. You are prepared to lead an extraordinary life. You will commit through patient and client care, teaching, research, and advocacy to those most in need at a time when they need you most. Feel awe and humility in your engagements. Your job will require flexibility, adaptability, and creativity, meaningful new ideas, approaches, and discoveries. It will necessitate professional competence, being proactive, predictive, and precise. It will call for compassion, being engaged, being mindful, talking, listening, and responding. It will demand cultural sensitivity, a focus on equity, tolerance, and justice for all. It will take time and touch, and it will demand that you show respect to patients and clients and to their families. In the end, it will be your forward-thinking leadership that will restore our nation to health. It is my hope that you commit to address inequities in healthcare and stand in solidarity to dismantle racism. Your dedicated labor will carry us through our time of crisis, and your calling to serve during a time of uncertainty for families in our communities will deliver on the unmet health and wellness needs of our society as a whole. I have never been more proud of a class of students. Go forth and make use of your gifts for the betterment of the world. Congratulations and best wishes to you all. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Mr. John Carney, who serves as chairman of the PCOM Board of Trustees.
Hello, I'm John Carney, chairman of the board of the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine Board of Trustees. On behalf of my fellow board members, I am delighted to bring you greetings here today. It is truly a privilege to offer congratulations to the class of 2020. In addition, I wish to extend congratulations to the parents, grandparents, husbands, wife, and significant others who helped make this day possible for these graduates. We fully understand the sacrifice that has been made and how proud you are of these graduates. Let us also recognize the backbone of the PCOM family. They are the teachers, instructors, and administrative staff. Commencement is such a special day. It reaffirms the college's mission and history. Commencement is our college's future. You are PCOM's future. You are graduating from an extraordinary institution. You are poised to do extraordinary things. For decades to come, you will heal patients, advocate for those in need, and advance science and research in the service of humanity. What you do will matter. And each day, you will build on what you have learned and accomplished here at PCOM. Be proud of your achievements as we are proud of you. I offer all my best wishes and success for happiness. Please stay safe and healthy. Thank you.
I now invite Dr. Sean Spencer, Dean and Chief Academic Officer for the PCOM Georgia School of Pharmacy, to give remarks on behalf of the School of Pharmacy.
We are here today to celebrate commencement, the dawn of a new journey in your odyssey of life. Henceforth, you will belong to one of the world's most trusted professions, which for centuries has devoted itself to the betterment of human health and the perpetuation of the knowledge of medicines. We celebrate today. We celebrate new challenges, new focus, new energies, new opportunities to serve. We celebrate new directions expanding work for your leading minds, new labors for your hands, and how each of you, in your own way, applies gifts of intellect, fortitude, leadership in this world where we face great change, a world where you, as doctors of pharmacy, are most assuredly needed. But as we celebrate new beginnings, we are mindful of and exceedingly grateful for this chance today to simply pause, to slow down for the briefest of moments, to say to you very simply, as our guests of honor today, well done and congratulations. And now, press onward and upward. And as you press on, we pay homage to your courage, tempered with humility, your great strength, accompanied by innate tenderness, your knowledge, balanced with wisdom, and your judgment, knowing when to seek assistance and counsel from friends, colleagues, and family, and even receiving greater doses of perseverance, a prescription for taking care of yourselves, and a passion for lifelong learning. We would be remiss if we did not recognize each of your families who have been behind you and with you all these years. Parents, grandparents, wives, husbands, children, each having significantly supported your educational achievements and intellectual curiosity. Your family members have sacrificed greatly, and we thank them. Together, you will forever be known as the class of 2020. And may your lives of service represent well your alma mater, the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine School of Pharmacy. My final words to you are to follow your passion, be compassionate with yourself, and be true to what you have become. Our nation needs you. The world needs you. Those who think they can impact the world are the ones who do. Press onward and upward, and thank you.
Dr. Feldstein, I now have the honor to present the members of the PCOM Georgia School of Pharmacy Class of 2020 of Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, each of whom has successfully completed the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Pharmacy, as established by the faculty and the Board of Trustees. By recommendation of the faculty and by the vote of the Board of Trustees, I present them to you, the members of the Pharmacy Class of 2020, to receive the degree of Doctor of Pharmacy.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer upon you, the class of 2020, the degree of Doctor of Pharmacy, as earned, together with all rights, titles, privileges, and responsibilities. The class of 2020 will now be presented with its final collegiate roll call.
Dr. Raheel Abed-Mulai, Dr. Bernard Bodie Afriye, Dr. Winifred Ugona Ajabo, Dr. Richard Bradford Allgood, Dr. Jonas Arthur, Dr. Taylor Reed Bailey, Dr. Naiku Bakhtiari,
Dr. Barbara Chanel Bazile, Dr. Casey Benefield, Dr. Radhika Dharmesh Bhakta, Dr. Austin Michael Billings, Dr. Mildali del Carmen Blanco, Dr. Gobong Choi, Dr. Cassandra Corneo,
Dr. Ryan West Coulter, Dr. Timothy David Coyle Jr., Dr. Brandon Kwa Dang, Dr. Rick Ife Ejifoma, Dr. Obina Curtis Ekechukwu, Dr. Albert Horace Felder III,
Dr. Sewit T. Geda, Dr. Cassandre Genesia Gosa, Dr. Musa Wengosi Valentine Gwebu, Dr. Lindsay Teresa Hall, Dr. Makisha Tanae Haygood,
Dr. James Hohenstern, Dr. Chao Tran Huang, Dr. Nkesiobi Alexandria Ifedike, Dr. Darren Marshall Ingram, Dr. Marasia Shiberu Karaga, Dr. Kwang Trong Kong, Dr. Hyun Kim,
Dr. Ashley Danielle Land, Dr. Uju Pamela Love, Dr. Elisa Beltran Lupoli, Dr. Arrington Dier Mason Calloway, Dr. James McGarry III, Dr. Janine Ariel Miller, Dr. Izuchukwu Nayel Mogbo, Dr. Justin Jiwan Moon,
Dr. Cornelius Morka, Dr. Andrew David Moat, Dr. Kevin Y. Moy, Dr. Christopher Wayne Mullins, Dr. Sakina Sayeda Munir, Dr. An Phuoc Nguyen, Dr. Hoi Hong Kwok Nguyen, Dr. Lin Mai Nguyen,
Dr. Love Bertha Takim Nakamni, Dr. Katrina Mayet No, Dr. Nana Uzama Obiora, Dr. Gifty Ukudid Odankor, Dr. Osaretin Omoreji, Dr. Jonathan Jongwon Park, Dr. Anuj Arun Patel,
Dr. Rachna Dhirubhai Patel, Dr. Tiffany Marie Peters, Dr. V. T. Khan Pham, Dr. Alexis Gabrielle Pompey, Dr. Rashad Rahman, Dr. Alexandro Ramirez,
Dr. Allison Amber Rowell, Dr. Brandon Michael Rush, Dr. Colton Ryan, Dr. Samantha Marie Sabata, Dr. Sarah Shahan,
Dr. Catherine Marie Skursik, Dr. Pierce Weiland Skirsik, Dr. John Albert Sutak, Dr. Catherine Whitwell Sweet, Dr. Charlene Antoinette Terry,
Dr. Anisha Thomas, Dr. Elena Cara Thompson, Dr. Taylor Thor, Dr. Jennifer Tran, Dr. Amy Jennifer Tooley,
Dr. Lawrence Chukwumika Ueki, Dr. Olivia Cherry Ward, Dr. Lucy Mua Yang, Dr. Annie Haejin Yoon, Dr. Caleb Zhang,
And now invite Dr. Greg McDonald, Dean of the School of Health Sciences, to give remarks on behalf of the School of Health Sciences.
Welcome, graduates, family members, faculty, and alumni to the commencement ceremony for PCOM School of Health Sciences Class of 2020. Well, what a year this has been. Imagine a life before COVID-19, before social distancing, before the mandatory use of face masks and temperature checks. You, our graduates, have been so resilient that you have been able to pivot in a very short period of time to embrace novel methods of learning, of teaching, and testing. Perhaps you had personal health issues or health issues of a loved one. Perhaps you had financial hardships and maybe even food insecurity. But yet, you have rose to meet these new expectations in a dignified, professional manner. And for this, you should be extremely proud. I hope everyone is doing well in these uncertain and turbulent times. I've never had to speak at a commencement quite like this one. This year's graduating class is confronting a very different world than its predecessors. Although you face public health, societal, and financial challenges, you're also positioned to make great positive contributions in the basic sciences, clinical medicine, and forensic medicine. You all have skills that are needed to combat the COVID-19 epidemic. If you are a physician assistant, you play a key role in treating and curing the afflicted. Those of you in the biomedical sciences may soon be working on a COVID-19 vaccine or more accurate screening methods. Forensic medicine professionals are desperately needed to better understand how COVID-19 ravishes the body. Please don't shy away from these difficult times. Given the societal changes, we need your technical skills and humanity. Now more than ever, be bold, not timid. Use the same bulldog tenacity that has made you a success at PCOM. You all have the ability to change lives, your community, your country, and ultimately, the world. I, for one, look forward to living in the world that you create, where we can all live in a safe, healthy, diverse, and inclusive society. Good luck, class of 2020.
Dr. Feldstein, I now have the honor to present the members from the PCOM Georgia School of Health Sciences, Class of 2020 of the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, each of whom has successfully completed the requirements for the degree of Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences and Master of Science in Health Sciences, Physician Assistant Studies, as established by the faculty and the Board of Trustees, by recommendation of the faculty and by the vote of the Board of Trustees. I present them to you the members of the Biomedical Sciences class of 2020 and the Physician Assistant class of 2020 to receive the degree of Master of Science.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer upon you, the class of 2020, the degree of Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences and Master of Science in Health Sciences Physician's Assistant Studies, as earned, together with all rights, titles, privileges, and responsibilities. The class of 2020 will now be presented with its final collegiate roll call.
Monisha Y. Amin, Aditya Adkuru, Anne Catherine Abalier Bellacura, Nasheed Rashad Burgess,
Timora Dorsey, Mustafa El Halawi, Jad Hassan El Khalil, Drew Sanford Garber, Jared Alexander Gordon, Gabrielle Sade Johnson, Megan Elizabeth Jones,
Devika Kataki, Mohammed Mushubuddin Faisal Khan, Burke Ernest Landem III, Jonah Marhefka, Lindsay Elizabeth Matthew, Melissa Ann Mahotek,
Danielle Mayara, Najula Mustafa Noor, J. Mahesh Patel, J. Arvind Kumar Patel, Shirali Patel, Tanha Patel, Rachel May Phillip,
Michaelaine M. Rates Farias, Sabi Raymond, Shelley Oriel Ristifikar, Brianne Richardson, Courtney Taylor Richardson, Maza Rose Chedu, Kelly Chemi, Michael Tucker, Philippa Wong,
Sonia M. Ahmed, James Michael Allen, Nathan J. Ambrose, Kenneth Alfred Anderson Jr., Emily Patricia Andriano, Stephanie Michelle Arkin, Kara Nell Blinky, Sarah Brewer,
Nicholas L. Caputo, Kimberly Ann Carroll, Shannon Diefenderfer, Lynn Gahn, Stephanie Than Nguyen, Yemi Ortiz Chavez, Annabeth Dora Pruitt, Lindsay Ann Rodabaugh,
Carolyn Saba, Ashlyn Coffey Smith, Lauren Annette Tana, Skylar Tuholsky, Bobby Webb, Rachel Norris Westerbeck, Amber Rose Wabma, Abigail Marilyn Zora,
Congratulations to the class of 2020.
With the class of 2020 and other pharmacists viewing this program, please rise for the reading of the Oath of a Pharmacist. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others.
Through the profession of pharmacy.
In fulfilling this vow,
I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concern.
I'll apply my knowledge, experience, and skill to the best of my ability
to assure optimal outcomes for my patients.
I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me.
I will accept the lifelong obligation
to improve my professional knowledge and competence.
I will hold myself and my colleagues
to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct.
I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care.
I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values
to prepare the next generation of pharmacists.
I take these vows voluntarily
with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public.
Graduating professional school is not easy. Certainly not easy at PCOM. We challenge our students to remember that no matter how stressful their own day may be, those they serve must always remain the focus of their commitment. Graduates, today I ask your class representatives from the School of Pharmacy and the School of Health Sciences to address your class and remind you of your commitment. From the School of Pharmacy, I invite Dr. Abina Akachuka to stand before you one final time to address you as your chair and reinforce the commitment you are making to your profession. Next, Skylar Tuholsky will provide remarks on behalf of the School of Health Sciences to reflect upon the end of one chapter and the beginning of another.
PCOM Pharmacy Class of 2020. The day has finally come that we embark on a career journey that started on the PCOM campus 4 years ago. but for many of us, began many years before that because this has been a lifelong dream. This year's been a tumultuous one, but throughout our entire time here at PCOM, we've always been resilient. First, I want to thank all the special people in our lives that made this possible. All the parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters, children, extended family members, and friends for being the supportive unit to help us reach this commencement day and make it truly a reality. Your love and support throughout our academic journey played a pivotal role in our success. Next, I would like to extend my gratitude to the PCOM faculty and staff that took on the challenge of developing the pharmacists in the class of 2020 to be able to celebrate commencement today. Many of you utilized your talents beyond the hours dedicated to the classroom to ensure that we were best prepared to succeed as the healthcare professionals of tomorrow. Now our time as student pharmacists has come to an end, but the process of learning is lifelong and we must never lose sight of that. The next challenge is to utilize everything that we have learned to be the best healthcare professionals we can be. Given the nature of the pandemic that we are facing directly, these words from NASCAR driver Bubba Wallace were fitting as we begin our careers. He recently stated, "Your words and actions will always be held to a higher standard than others. You must be prepared for that. You do not learn these things in school. You learn them from the trials and tribulations, the ups and downs this crazy world provides. You will always have people testing you, seeing if they can knock you off your pedestal. I encourage you to keep your head held high, walk proudly on the path that you've chosen. The path is now clear, and it's up to us to choose what our legacy will ultimately be. Be sure to leave your mark because PCOM class of 2020, you are remarkable. And now you're ready to show the world just how remarkable you are."
It is an honor and privilege to speak on behalf of the Physician Assistant and Biomedical Science graduating classes. First, to my biomed colleagues, many of whom intend to become future physician colleagues, I'll read a few words from the biomed class chair, Allison Smith. She states, "I want to thank the faculty for their hard work and dedication to us each and every day for the last 2 years. You've been such an important part of the journey of this biomed class that started in 2018. In our ODL course over fall term, we watched a TED Talk by Brené Brown in which she states, "Perfectionism is the belief that if we live perfectly, look perfectly, and act perfectly, we can avoid the pain of blame, judgment, and shame." And when you reflect on that quote, I hope you realize that perfectionism should not be about personal achievement. Rather, it should be about finding excellence among your flaws and striving to be the best version of yourself each and every day. There are plenty of people who ignore their call to do something greater, something more challenging, but you haven't, and that's what sets you apart from others. It's not about avoiding the struggle, it's about developing the ability to thrive in it. Don't let the noise of other people's voices drown out your own. You all have more courage and ambition, dedication, and love in your hearts than any other people I've known, and that is what makes you the amazing, accomplished individuals you are today. Not a perfect test score, not an A in every class, but heart, and that I know you have. And now to my PA classmates, let's recap our last 26 months together. During our first summer term, we learned that integrity was a blessing, so we could rewatch Professor Ablu's anatomy lectures on half speed. Come fall, we learned the essentials of obtaining a history and performing a physical exam, which came with a lot of laughs in H&P lab as we poked and prodded each other. We imagined we could palpate each other's kidneys and induced migraines with our new ophthalmoscopes searching for the ever-elusive fundus. We verbalized that we were inspecting for a million things, but when in doubt, erythema and edema. So then came ClinMed 1 and the blur of didactic year set in. We didn't know it at the time because we were attempting to drink from a fire hydrant, but we were actually developing a strong framework for each medical specialty. ClinMed 2 was no joke, talking to you, rheumatology and nephrology. And our second summer term will eternally be defined by 2 words, oral boards. Clinical year was immensely satisfying, putting all that book knowledge into action, realizing how much we knew and how much more there was still to learn. And despite COVID crushing a lot of big plans for our elective rotations, we have to hand it to the faculty for working so hard to develop an online curriculum amongst the chaos. It is because of their tireless efforts on our behalf that we're still gathering today virtually to celebrate the conclusion of this journey. And thank you so much to all the friends, family, and significant others that supported and encouraged us and understood when the need to study outweighed our deepest desires for more time spent with you all. Each new challenge seemed larger than the last one, insurmountable at times, but we persevered and look how far we've come. I'm so proud of each and every one of us, and I can't wait to see where our evolving PA journeys will take us in life. My hope for us all is that we thrive in our strengths and are humbled by our mistakes, that we find fulfilling joy in our work each and every day and never stop seeking the knowledge to change or save someone's life, that we treat each patient with so much dignity and respect that there's no acceptable level of bias. As prepared as we are, this next step is inevitably scary, but with diligence, collaboration, and time, we will learn the art of medicine. Our experiences thus far have given us a canvas. Now let's create a masterpiece together. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Graduates, at this time I ask that you move your tassels from your right to your left. We acknowledge that the success these graduates have achieved has been made possible with the support of many others, for no one travels this journey alone. I would like to once again recognize the parents, spouses, significant others, grandparents, siblings, children, and mentors, and PCOM faculty and staff that have supported the graduates on their road to becoming a biomedical scientist or physician assistant. We salute and congratulate you. We mark here the successful completion of another step in the lives of these young pharmacists, physician assistants, and biomedical science graduates as they move on towards the realization of their own dreams, ambitions, and goals, and indeed the dreams of their parents and loved ones. I would like to add my personal congratulations and best wishes to you, the class of 2020. You have achieved your goal. I am confident that each of you will find great reward and success in your chosen career. Congratulations again to the class of 2020.